Mamelani, Sanibonani, Huemore, Bonjour. Hello everyone. This is 2021 November paper 2 exam paper. Let's move on. Let's roll on. Okay, section A, question 1. Event where buyers come together to bid for farm produce. An event where buyers come together to bid for farm produce. Farm produce is those vegetables. These are raw items that are not processed. For example, tomatoes, fresh tomatoes from the farm, or fresh potatoes from the farm. These potatoes or tomatoes, we say they are the produce because they're still fresh, they're not altered from their raw form. Okay, so when we say they are the products, that's when they've been altered, they have this value added, okay, because they've been processed. Okay, but that is not our topic for today. An event where buyers come together to bid for farm produce. Option A, we have agricultural show. I don't know about this thing. Option B, cooperative farming. No. Option C, liquidity. No. Liquidity, it has to do with businesses, okay, farm businesses. No, it doesn't have to do with the buyers that come together to do what. Option D, auction. Okay, auction. So an auction is a local area, okay, local venue where a group of buyers come together to compete with each other by offering price offers or price bids, okay, for a particular livestock. It can be a produce or it can be a livestock that will be displayed by the farmers. The farmers, they come to these auctions, and they come as the sellers. For example, they can bring a bull or a Brahman bull or a cow, or it can be a produce. Okay, so the buyers, they're going to compete by offering their price offers. For example, the other farmer can say, okay, I take this bull with 20,000. Then the other one can say, I have 25,000, and the other one can say, I have 50,000, and the one who makes the biggest bid price will take that bull. Okay, in our example, the one who offers 50,000 is likely to take the bull because his price is greater than the other offers. Okay, so that is the auction. So any event where buyers come together to bid for farm produce, I think that is the auction, which is option D. And we have an explanation. This is where, okay, that's where customers where it is customers themselves who set the price of goods. Indeed, buyers make offers or price bids on items based on their willingness to pay, and auctioneers sell the item to the highest bidder. This sounds like a favorable system for consumers who could end up paying less for goods based on their purchasing power, which is the limited income. Sometimes we call it disposable income. Okay, so this is the limited income that is available for buying. Okay, so for example, when this auction happens, so sometimes it can happen or this group of buyers, they have certain limit. Okay, they have certain limit when it comes to their disposable income, which is the income or the money that is available for buying. Okay, so if they have more money, for example, if they are rich, they can end up making offers um, close to millions. I saw this other stock sale where there was a Bosmara bull, and that Bosmara bull was very strong and it was on display in the auction. And the buyers were making price offers. And guess what? Um, um, uh, Guess what offers they were making? They were making millions. They were making millions. The other buyer was saying 3.5, then 3.5, I take it. The other one said 3.8. And the final offer, guess what, was 4 million. 4 million for one bull, one Bosmara bull. And I think I have the video for it in one of my videos. I think I'll just my videos. Yeah, and if you don't trust me, you can go and watch the video. You'll see the video here. I will make um, the link to it here, right? Yeah, and that's the auction, right? So if you are lucky, you'll find buyers who are able to bet more, okay, depending on their limited income. If they have more money, then that's good. But if they have low disposable income, they are not the millionaires, okay. If they have thousands, then yeah, it depends. If they have 10 runs, it depends. So if they're not millionaires and they're not thousandaires, I that means um, they could end up paying less for goods based on their purchasing power. That's why I say they can end up paying um, for less. They can end up paying less for the goods, or they can end up paying more. So it depends on their disposable income. So for this question, an event where buyers come together to bid for farm produce, that's the auction. 1.1.2, one of the following is not associated with the advantages of free marketing. Free marketing, sorry. Free marketing is a form of agricultural marketing where producers sell products at any price without any restrictions or controls. Yeah? So, from the options that we're given option A, which is stabilizing the prices of agricultural products. Option B, sales are for cash. Option C, selling quality products. Option D, entrepreneur shows initiative and drive. So in this free marketing, prices fluctuate. Prices fluctuate because the customers have more bargaining power. The customers can negotiate prices with the farmer when the farmer is selling his or her produce. Okay, the customers can negotiate prices, so there is price fluctuations for the agricultural products that the farmer is selling. Okay, the prices are not stable the prices fluctuate. Okay, so that means sorry, A is wrong because in this free marketing system, there is no stabilization of prices. The prices are not fixed. The prices do not stay the same. The prices fluctuate. Prices for agricultural products fluctuate. Then option B, sales are for cash. Yes, sales are for cash. C, selling quality products. Yes, they sell top quality products because there's too much competition. So the farmer has to make sure that the product that he or she is selling are of top quality so that um, customers can buy. Okay. D, entrepreneur shows initiative and drive. Yes, the farmer should show he or she is an entrepreneur and he should show initiative and drive just to clearly show he is committed to what he's doing. He wants to make sales and he or she want to make this a success, right? So entrepreneur shows initiative and drive, right? So back to the requirements, one of the following is not associated with the advantages of free marketing. So stabilizing the prices of agricultural products is wrong. It's not associated with the advantages of free marketing. That means, sorry, the answer is A, is the one that is not associated. Okay, that's A. And explanation, they want the option that is not the advantage of free marketing. In a free market, prices fluctuate, meaning they go up and down and cannot be stabilized or fixed. Free marketing is a form of agricultural marketing where producers sell products at any price without any restrictions or controls. So the correct answer that is not associated with the advantages of free marketing, that's A, stabilizing the prices of agricultural products. 1.1.3, in a situation where the dairy farmer produces less cheese than the amount demanded, the price of cheese is likely to option A, decrease, option B, remain the same, option C, increase, option D, remain constant. Okay, so in this situation, okay, so the dairy farmer produces less cheese, meaning um, the supply that the farmer is making is less than the demand. Meaning this will result in what? Shortages. Meaning the farmer cannot keep up with the demand because he is producing less than what is demanded. The farmer produces less cheese than the amount demanded. So the price of cheese is likely to. So the price is likely to go where? Up or down? That's what we want here, right? So we have option decrease. What happens if we decrease the price? If we decrease the price of cheese, that means buying cheese will be attractive. Meaning more customers will want to buy that cheese because of the lower price, because people take advantage of the lower price. The more the produce or the product is cheaper, the more the people will want to buy that product, and it will result in a rise in demand. So that means that option A is wrong. It's not correct, because if we decrease the price, then the farmer will not keep up with the demand because the demand will increase. B, remain the same. If the price remains the same, that means nothing will happen. That means the farmer will keep on getting shortages because he is producing less. That means he cannot keep up with the demand. The demand is likely to go up at that rate that it goes, because the price didn't change. That means the people just buy on that price, will just keep on buying on that price. Okay, then option C, increase the price. If we increase the price, some customers will see cheese being expensive. Correct? They will complain, or okay, this cheese is expensive um, because of the high price, and cheese will no longer be attractive. Okay, so some of the people will not buy it because of the high price. All right, so meaning fewer people will buy that cheese, and less people will eh? fewer people will buy that cheese, and only those who are willing and able to buy at that high price will buy the cheese, and those that don't want to buy at that high price will not buy that cheese. Hence, will have low demand for the cheese, because now the cheese is expensive. Nobody want to pay for expensive things. We all want cheaper things, right? So if the price of cheese increases, then the demand will decrease, because there is an inverse relationship between the price of the product and the demand of the product. If we increase the price, the demand will go down. Okay? If we decrease the price, what happens if we decrease the price? If we decrease the price, the demand will go up. Okay? So here we increase the price. That means the demand will go down. So, and we want the demand to go down because the farmer produces less cheese. So we want the demand to go down so that the farmer can be able to accommodate the customers. Okay, so if the demand goes down, then the farmer will be able to supply to those um, few customers that can afford cheese. Those that don't want to pay more, then they can go home. Right, that's how we can solve this thing. And option D, remain constant. The price of cheese is likely to remain constant, remain the same. No, that's not what we want. That's wrong. So that means we take option C, increase. So this is because there is a shortage. Okay, when there is a shortage in the market, the price of the daily products must increase. Increasing the price will make the daily products less favorable or attractive, and some people will not buy, or they will look for alternative cheaper dairy products to buy because of the expensive price. Only those who really want to buy that specific dairy product, which is cheese, they will buy it at a higher price, thus correcting the demand to go down. Applies to selling. Roman figure 1, management is profit oriented. Roman figure 2, short-term objective is to sell the product. Roman figure 3, emphasis is on the product. Roman figure 4, customers' needs are neglected. Choose the correct combination. Option A, option B, C, and D. Alright, so we want the following that applies to selling. Okay, so selling, there's a difference between selling and marketing. So selling, the management is sales volume oriented. Planning is short-term based on the current product and the current market trends. It focuses on the needs of the seller. Okay, focuses on the needs of the seller. The short-term objective is to sell the product. Cus- um, Customers' needs and wants are neglected. The customer's needs and satisfaction are neglected. We don't care about the customer's needs and wants. Customers' needs and satisfaction are neglected. We don't care about customers' needs and satisfaction. Right. That is selling. It focuses on the needs of the seller. Right. So let's see. Customers' needs are neglected. Correct. Emphasis is on the product. Emphasis is on the product. What do you think? Yes, the emphasis is on the product. The emphasis is on the product. So we are trying to maximize the sales using our product. Okay. Roman figure 2, short-term objective is to sell the product. Yes, just want to sell the product. Roman figure 1, management is profit oriented. No, we don't care about the profits. We don't care about the customers' needs and wants. We just want to make sales volume, maximize the sales, focus on the needs of the seller. So the selling is distinct from marketing. While selling focuses on maximizing sales volume, marketing focuses on profit. But here we are talking about selling, which focuses on the short term, meaning we're looking at the current trends. It does not aim to satisfy customers' needs and wants, hence we say customers' needs are neglected. If the following is not a problem associated with labor as a production factor. Option A, lack of training. Option B, competition from industries. Option C, shortage of laborers. Option D, better living and working conditions. Okay, so the required is what? The following is not a problem. We are looking at the one that is not a problem. We are looking at the one that is not a problem, associated with labor as a production factor. All right. So, lack of training is a problem because if you don't train your laborers or your employees, that means they will not be they will not keep up with the current trends, because nowadays everything is changing fast. Okay, it's changing at a rapid rate, and the working conditions are also changing, the organizational structures are changing, the way they do things in the workplace is changing. So, and also some other organizations and other firms, they are using technology, so they take in technology as part of their operations. So training needs to be there so that the employees can keep up with the technological advancements, right? So that their skills are not outdated. because the skills that were needed back then, let's say in 2015, in 2025, I think they are no longer relevant. So if you want to keep your existing employees in the farming enterprise or in the organization, you need to constantly train them so that they can keep up with the relevant skills that are needed in um, in the organizations nowadays, so that their skills are not outdated, so that they don't feel like they are no longer needed in the organization. Because if that's the case, they will just leave your organization, and many will be losing employees or the laborers. That means you will have to start again and hire new laborers, and you will have to train them, which is costly compared to training existing employees, which is less costly because because they already know some of the things. You just have to update some of um, the skills that they require. Option B, competition from industries. Yes, industries such as tech industries, finance, in the finance sector. There are favorable working conditions where you don't need to use physical labor. Okay, you, you don't need energy to run around the farm chasing cattle, um, administering medicine to the farm animals, uh, lifting farm manure from area A to area B. No. So other industries like finance, they make it easier for people to work in. You don't have to use your physical energy. You just need to use your brain, mental energy, and perform the task that you're given, calculate whatever that they want you to calculate, and submit documents, financial what plan. Yeah, so, and also the retail industries, they make it to be attractive. So more people are leaving the farms uh, for the work in other industries, because those industries are competitive in terms of how they pay their employees, in terms of the working conditions, where there is lightning, there is what air conditioners, where you cannot find air conditioners on the farm. You cannot find proper lighting in on the farm. You cannot find office chairs on the farm. So you can see your levels. Okay, so they're very competitive, and there is shortage of laborers that are skilled, and yeah, that are skilled. So shortage of laborers, that's the problem. But better living and working conditions is not a problem. So say letter D, option D. They want the option that is not a problem related to labor. We have identified three key problems: lack of training, which is insufficient skills for the workplace, competition from other industries. So sectors such as IT and retail offer higher wages and better conditions and better working conditions, or better conditions, making agriculture less appealing or less attractive. So shortage of laborers, meaning there are not enough available workers in uh, that have the necessary skills for farming, or that are interested in farming. Yeah. The last statement is incorrect, because better living and working conditions are not issues related to labor. So that is incorrect. Not correct. Wrong answer. And they want the one that is not a problem. So take it. It's not a problem. Money paid by the farmer over and above what was borrowed from the financial institution. Option A, loan. Option B, interest. Option C, debt. Option D, capital. So here they want the money that is paid by the farmer over and above what was borrowed from the financial institution. We know the financial institution, this can be banks or other loan providers, and for you to repay that amount, you will need to pay the principal portion and the interest portion. The principal portion, that's the exactly that amount that you borrowed, okay, and they top it up with the interest portion, and the interest portion can be a certain percentage of what you have borrowed. It depends. They can say they want 30% of the principal portion. Okay, so if they want 30%, if you took, let's say you took 100,000 loan from the financial institution, and they say they want 30%, then you will pay 100,000 and you'll pay 30% in terms of interest. Okay, interest, and it will be higher than what you have borrowed. It will be higher than what you have borrowed from those financial institutions. So you'll have to pay that money that you have borrowed and the interest part. So we said option A, we have loan. Option B, we have interest. C, debt. D, capital. So the correct option here is interest. The money paid by the farmer over and above what was borrowed. That's the interest portion of the loan. So this statement means the farmer is paying the principal amount plus the interest portion. The principal amount is the amount you borrowed, and the interest is the amount you pay to the lender as a charge for borrowing. To calculate interest, you multiply the principal amount by the interest rate, then multiply by the number of years of the loan term or the period. So the farmer is paying more and more because of the interest portion that was charged as a result of borrowing money from the financial institution. Seven, the management principle whereby the farmer monitors production and compares the results with the expected output. Okay, so here we talk about the management principle. Okay, and with this management principle, we say the farmer monitors production. You know, he observes what is happening in the production and compares what is happening with the results. Okay, with the results, compare the results with the expected output. So okay, so he monitors, he observes what is happening, and he compares the results with the expected output. The results of what he's seeing with what was expected, okay, from the results. So option A, we have control, B, implementation, C, planning, D, manipulation. So the correct answer here is A, control. Do we have an explanation? Yes, we have an explanation. So it is a principle a principle of management that monitors the implementation of decisions and ensures that farm activities are performed according to the plan. For example, gathering the performance data in real time about the task and comparing the performance data results with the standard or the expected data results just to see if there are any variations or not. Okay, 1.1.8, the following statements refer to the law of diminishing returns. Roman figure 1. The addition of 1 unit of a production factor will not ensure a proportional increase in yield with time. Roman figure 2. A continuous addition of inputs will initially increase the output drastically, but at a certain point, the output increases at a decreasing rate. Roman figure 3, an increase in fertilizer will result in a continuous increase in production. Roman figure 4, with an increase in fertilizer, production will start to increase, and then at a certain point it decreases with additional fertilizers. Choose the correct combination. I have option A, B, C, D. And here the correct option is C. Let's see if there is an explanation. The law of diminishing returns is the economic characteristics of land. So it says that the increased input of one factor while keeping other inputs constant does not result in a proportional increase in yield. For example, if a farmer has a fixed amount of land and he keeps or she keeps on adding more workers on that piece of land, there will be a point where each additional worker contributes less to the overall crop yield or to the overall production. Okay, if they are harvesting. Okay, initially adding workers increases productivity, but after a certain number, the land becomes overcrowded, resulting in a decline. Okay, here that's where we had problems with displaying this picture. So 1.1.9, the schematic representation below shows which causes chromosome mutation. So we have the normal chromosome A, B, C, D, E. Then we have another. Oh, this is a chromatid. Okay, we have the top chromatid and the lower chromatid. So the lower chromatid we have A, D, C, B, D, while on the top we have A, B, C, D. At the lower chromatid we have A, D, C, B, E. What is happening here? That is inversion. Inversion. Let's see. I don't think this one has an explanation. And 50% of the people said inversion. But why others said deletion? But we didn't delete anything here, so I don't think it can be deletion. Deletion. I get deletion is that we delete. So here we didn't delete, so it was A. A sheep has 27 pairs of chromosomes in the nucleus. The number of autosomes are. And the correct answer is B, 52. And the explanation. A sheep's chromosome number consists of total chromosome pairs, okay, which is 27 pairs. Sex chromosome pairs, one pair is composed of the X chromosome and the Y chromosome in males, or two X chromosomes in females. One pair composed of X and Y chromosome in males, or in females it composed of two X chromosomes in females. Okay, so autosome pairs is equal to the total pairs again, and here the total pairs we have 27. So to get the autosomes pairs, we have to take the total pairs. Here in our case, that's 27. So we take the total pairs and minus the sex chromosome pairs, okay? Which is one from each parent. So it's equal to 27 minus 1. 27 minus 1, we are left with 27. So 27 minus 1, we are left with 26 pairs. Since each pair contains two chromosomes, the total number of autosomes is 26 pairs times 2, because we already have 26 pairs. Pairs, that means they are working 2 by 2. That's the pairs. So we are multiplying by 2 so that we can destroy those pairs. Okay. Pairs, that's when they are working 2 by 2. They're working 2 by 2. So to be able to get the full autosomes without pairs, we have to multiply by 2. Okay, so the total number of autosomes is 26 pairs times 2, or multiply by 2. So we get 52 autosomes. So 52 chromosomes are autosomes, and the remaining 2 chromosomes form the sex chromosomes, making the total of 54 chromosomes. Okay. The total is 54 chromosomes. The 2 are sex chromosomes and 52 are autosomes. That's why if we remove the 2, which is the sex chromosomes, we'll be left with 52, which is the autosomes. And that's what they want. The autosomes are 52.